Now let's take a look at solving ones with two radicals. So we got square root of 2x plus 5 minus square root of x plus 2 equals 1. First step, get a radical by itself. Doesn't matter which one. I'm going to take this negative square root of x plus 2 to the right side. So we got square root of 2x plus 5 is equal to 1 plus square root of x plus 2. Step 2, raise both sides to a power equal to your index. This is a square root, so we'll square both sides. Excuse me. Now over on this side, when the index matches the power, they cancel each other out, so we're left with 2x plus 5. And over on this side, since there's a plus in here, you can't do the same thing. So we rewrite this as 1 plus square root of x plus 2 times 1 plus square root of x plus 2. So we got 2x plus 5. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times square root of x plus 2 is square root of x plus 2. Square root of x plus 2 times 1 is square root of x plus 2. And square root of x plus 2 times square root of x plus 2 is x plus 2. Combine together like terms. We got an x. We got 1 plus 2, which is 3. And square root of x plus 2 plus square root of x plus 2. There's invisible 1's in front of them, so you add the numbers. 1 plus 1 gives us 2 square root of x plus 2. And now we're down to step 3. Step 3 says if more radicals, go back to step number 1. So back to step number 1. Step number 1 says get a radical by itself. Now I'm going to take this x plus 3 and move it to the left side. So remember, when you move anything across equals, sign changes, x becomes negative, and the 3 becomes negative. Two x minus x is x, 5 minus 3 is 2. Now we don't quite have the square root by itself, but if I divided both sides by 2, I'd create a fraction, and we don't want to do that. So we'll go to step 2. Raise both sides to a power equal to your index. This is square root, so we'll square both sides. Now since the left side has a plus in there, all we can do is rewrite this as x plus 2 times x plus 2. Over on the right side, though, if everything's multiplication or division inside of a parentheses and you're raising it to a power, you can take everything to that power. So we'll take 2 to the second power and the square root of x plus 2 to the second power. Now over here, x times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 2 is 4. On the right side here, 2 squared is 4, and then this gives me x plus 2. The square root and the second power cancel each other out. So we got x squared plus 4x plus 4. And over here, you multiply the 4 through distributive property. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 2 is 8. Now, we're down to step 3. If more radicals, go back to step number 1. We don't have any more. So step 4, solve for x. Well, this says an x squared. So we want to get everything on one side, 0 on the other. So I take 4x plus 8 over. When I take 4x over, it becomes a negative 4x. When I bring the 8 over, it becomes a negative. Combine together like terms. 4x minus 4x drops away. And 4 minus 8 gives us a negative 4. Now this is the difference two squares. And factors as x plus 2 times x minus 2. Zero factor property. Get 0 on one side, you factor the other side, you set each factor equal to 0. So I'll set x plus 2 equal to 0, and x minus 2 equal to 0. And solve them, we get x equals negative 2, and x is equal to positive 2. Okay, negative 2. If I put negative 2 up here, 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, plus 5 is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. Negative 2 here to give me 0, so that one checks. But put 2 in here. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 5 is 9, square root of 9 is 3. And if I put 2 here, 2 plus 2 is 4, square root of 4 is 2. 3 minus 2 does give us 1. So both of those check. Let's take a look at our second example. We got square root of 3x minus 5 equals 2 square root of 7x minus 20. Step 1, get a radical by itself. Well, this radical is by itself, so that's done. Step 2, raise both sides to a power equal to the index. We'll square both sides. Like this. And over on the left side, they cancel each other out and leaves us 3x minus 5. On the right side, since these are multiplied together, I can take both of them to the second power. So I'm going to take the 2 to the second power and the square root of 7x minus 20 to the second power. So we've got 3x minus 5. 2 squared is 4. When I raise this to the second power, they cancel each other out and leave us 7x minus 20. No more radicals, so now we solve for x. 4 times 7x is 28x. 4 times negative 20 is negative 80. Get all the x's on one side, numbers on the other. So I'll take 28x over here and negative 5 over here. So we got 3x minus 28x equals negative 80 plus 5. Combine together like terms. That gives us negative 25x. Negative 80 plus 5 is negative 75. Divide both sides by the number in front of your x. So we'll divide both sides by negative 25. And you get x is equal to 3. 3 times 3 is 9, minus 5 is 4, square root of 4 is 2. 21, 7 times 3 is 21. 21 minus 20 is 1. Square root of 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So it checks. And that's our answer.